Welcome to HeartBeatHero Radio. The show has not started yet. We're going to start in 20 minutes, and I'm going to interview Turbo Nite. But now we're just going to play some cool tracks, get you guys in the mood. You won't be able to see the chat on the screen, but I will be able to see you behind the scenes, and you should be able to see the chat next to your Twitch account. So up first is a track by because Dreamkid's going to be on the show, and he was in a band called New Volume, and this is called Love Drug by New Volume featuring Dreamkid. That was Love Drug by New Volume. That's the band that Dreamkid was formerly in, and now he started his own thing, his own project, and is hugely successful on the socials. Up next is a track by AI Accident and Turbo Nite, the Suomi Sunset Sensation. It's a really fun clip they created together, and I'm very happy to be able to let you guys see it here on HeartBeatHero Radio. Here we go. That was Suomi Sunset Sensation by AI Accident and Turbo Nite. They looked like they had a lot of fun. Turbo Nite said in the chat, it evolved a lot of beer and people just helping out in the video. And it was amazing, fun to watch. Next up is, before we start the show, we got 10 more minutes before the show starts, but I wanted to let you hear All Right by Tommy Countach. All Right by Tommy Countach. Here we go.
My back pain's getting worse if each double shift. My mind is getting sore, but I pay my bills. Your alarm clock rings at 7:25. I put my dreams on snooze, but that's alright. And I wish it was better. I wish it was clever. I have the letter. Wish it didn't matter. I've been holding on forever, since the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. I've been holding on forever, since the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. So much left to say, but yeah, I'm fine. I know you don't wanna know, but that's alright. I hold my breath, forget what's on my mind. I guess we all got drugs, but that's alright. And I wish it was better. I wish it was clever. I have the letter. Wish it didn't matter. I've been holding on forever, took the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. I've been holding on forever, took the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. Go! And I wish it was better. Had a sold out show. I wish I was clever. Now the night at Chondo. High up the ladder. And keep my head down low. Wish it didn't matter. I've been holding on forever. Took the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. I've been holding on forever. Took the blame so I could let go. I don't wanna waste all my life, then it's gonna be alright. Go! It's gonna be alright.
Oh yeah, that was All Right by Tommy Countach. I wanted to do some shout outs. We got Dimi, Kaye in the chat. We got Cool Mo Wee. We have my laptop that's making sounds. Let's do that again. Some shout outs. We got Dimi Kaye, Cool Mo Wee, Melodic Bits, BarX Music, Turbo Nite, and Rad Razor. All right. I think I got place for one more track. This is Midlife by Saint Innocent. It's an Aztec Records production. Let's have a listen.
So gone, but history
All right, that was Saint Innocent with Midlife from Aztec Records. We got one more shout out. The amazing CEO of video has joined us, Mr. Robin Lights. Thank you for joining HeartBeatHero Radio, the pre-show. Oh, Tommy Countach in the chat. Shout out to Tommy.
Hi, this is Clank, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hi, this is Josh and Ricky from Unetics, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is 8X, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, this is Joe from the Ozone Nightmare podcast.
Hi, this is Robin Lights, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hi, this is Karen Zoe Lee.
Hi, I'm Sin Street.
This is Sequenza.
Oh, hello! It's me, Steven from Hot Heels.
HeartBeatHero Radio Show!
This is the HeartBeatHero Radio Show. Have a good time listening to great music, artist interviews, and some nice trivia games right now on this very channel.
And welcome to the Synthwave podcast called HeartBeatHero Radio. My name is Daniel Barton, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Synthwave fan. We have some amazing guests on the show today. Turbo Nite is about to be interviewed, and for the trivia, we have Turbo Nite, Dimi Kaye, Dreamkid, BarX, and DX Digital. Now, today's show is a bit different than normal. It's a live show, but we are pre-recording for the show on the 26th of August. So if you're here now, you get the live version of the show. Let me start my interview with Turbo Nite. Now, let me give him a little intro and see if he is online here. And this is the live part of the show. I see him there. So we do have his visuals. Just wait till you say anything yet, because I have a really nice intro for you. Here we go. All right, my guest for tonight. Let's put him on the screen first. All right, Video Ninja. Let's pump this up to F11. Put you on the full screen there. And let's do the intro. My guest for tonight was one of the first synthwave artists where I fell in love with his music. I would listen to his track, Strange Aeons, imagining I was in a star spaceship flying to work. But he's better known for Rasengan, with over 2.8 million views on Spotify. Like me, he started out using the Amiga 500 and Pro Tracker from Jurvenpa, Finland, Antti-Hyrneinen, aka Turbo Nite. Welcome to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Thank you, man. Nice to be here.
Awesome to have you. Now, the first question is, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing damn great, because I'm part of your show. It's damn amazing.
Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. How did you get introduced into music, and what is your musical background?
Well, actually, my love for retro music comes from my mother. She was big fan of Italo disco back in the 80s.
Oh, nice.
And I basically grew up listening to the Italo disco. And after me getting my first computers, like Commodore 64 and Amiga and stuff like that, I got to know the demo machine stuff. And it was like Italo disco, but with computer stuff on it. And it kind of made me want to do music so much. So I started experimenting with Commodore 64 at first. And when I got my first Amiga and my first tracker software for it, I was sold. After that, it's been like more than 30 years of making music, probably 35 of making music.
We're about the same age, I think. At what age did you start? When did you find out about the demo scene? Did you find out about the demo scene before you started making music?
Well, actually, my first tries at making computerized music was with peek and poke commands on C64's BASIC. I tried to do something really simple with it, but I think I was like 11 years old when I first heard some demo scene tracks, and when I first heard them, I knew I have to try to make some of myself, and still on the same path. still.
And do you remember what your first demo scene party was? Because you were talking a bit about you're going to now to I'm forgetting the name.
Yeah, Assembly.
Assembly.
I have two tracks on 2 different competitions on Assembly. It's going to be this weekend, and last year I was second there. Now I'm hoping to be the first.
Have you ever been first, or is this like the second place?
It's always second for me. Actually, I can show you. This is my second for Assembly.
Oh, I did not know they gave out medals.
Yeah, but it's not only that. There's also a revision party, which is probably the second biggest.
Revision is big as well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Second place.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
I do have one more over here. Oh, this Deadline 22 second.
Awesome. Always second. You're always second, man. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. First place is a rare place to be. Is there someone else that's always beating you then? Is it the same person?
Well,
or
it's not the same dude, but there are so many good musicians on the demo scene that
that's true.
So damn hard. Yeah. And nowadays they show the name of the people who have done the track, and of course there are really well-known names doing there, so they get probably a few extra points.
There is definitely politics involved. I can tell you that. Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of the demo party in Holland called Take Over.
Yeah.
You did? Yeah, oh, well, yeah. I took part in that. And it's definitely, if you can get more people to vote on you, then you're definitely going to get higher ranked than others. Yeah. So
being on the side is always good.
Politics is definitely a part of the game.
And how good you are talking to the people on site.
Exactly. But
for the bigger parties like Assembly and Revision, it's better because people vote from all around the world. So it's not like there are so much people giving the votes that it's not like they can arrange something.
Yeah, I think the politics are now less also because everybody's from online. So you have more different parts of the world that can also take part in these competitions, right?
Yeah. That's better because then there's no rings to vote people and stuff like that.
Exactly. I had to ask you by AI accident how it felt to record the recent Wacko video, Suomi Sunset Sensation video with him. He asked me on Instagram to ask you that. So what's your reaction to that?
Yeah. At first I was a little bit scared because, I don't like go walking on the streets and asking people to join our video, but after a few beers and AI Action, this really good speaker, he's a people's person, so it all went quite naturally with him, and it was so much fun in the end. We had so much fun weekend in Finland. I would do it again.
Awesome. So we're going to get a part 2, hopefully, from you guys. Yeah. Have you ever tried using the tracker-based software that me and Mitch Murder use called Renoise?
No, I never tried it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's like a hybrid of Modern DAW and a tracker. Never tried it, but I probably never will try it. I know.
Because once you get your groove,
I'm a Reaper guy nowadays, and
I understand that totally.
It's my religion.
Yeah, I understand that totally. I'm going to play one of your tracks. It's my favorite, one of my favorite tracks, called Strange Aeons. Please tell me more on how that track came to life.
Well, I think I took part of some competition online. It was for some audio company to make a 20-second clip for them. Okay, I did it. I didn't win it. I didn't came second or anything, but I heard something on the track and I wanted to make it a full one. And well, I did make it full. And
that's how this track was made, right?
Yeah. It was for some audio company's competition at first, 20-second clip. And I just decided it needs to be a full-length track.
Very cool. This is Strange Aeons by Turbo Nite. Yes, that was Strange Eons by Turbo Nite. We got some shout outs to the Twitch chat. We got Joe Ozone, AI Accident, or AI Accent. What is it? Accident. AI Accident. We got 8X, Synthwave 83, Z Arkadia, and DX Digital. Are there some names in there that you recognize, Turbo Nite? Because I do not recognize them all. Maybe some people coming just for you. No.
I'm kind of an synthwave expert myself. I do recognize most of the guys there.
Cool.
I follow synthwave like all the time. Not opening my mouth to every release, but I know most of the artists releasing stuff. At least the ones who have been like few years on the scene.
What are you currently working on?
Do you mean my projects?
Yes.
On music? Well, there's so much. For starters, I'm going to introduce you to this one. Our vinyl we just released with Edictum.
Oh yeah, bring it up to the camera if you can.
It's from our Athena album.
It's available on Bandcamp. When did it release?
Yeah, it released a week ago.
Oh, so the vinyl released a week ago.
Yeah, but the album released like a year ago.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
So how long did it take to make that into a real thing? Because I know it's very difficult to get like a vinyl made. Are you investing your own money into it, or did you get enough people?
Yeah. This we made it with our own money with Edictum, but the start has been really great with the album. I think we've sold almost 100 pieces already.
Oh, that's amazing.
We need only like 10 more to get even. So we are planning. We actually have almost ready a second album with him done already.
Nice.
So we are planning when we have sold enough of pieces of this vinyl, we are going to do another set.
So where do people need to head over to now? They need to go to your Bandcamp to buy the vinyl?
It's in Edictum's Bandcamp, and if it doesn't matter if you're European or US. There is a link to Mirrorgate Media site where US people can buy the album without. It's a little bit more expensive than the European version, but not much because they are handling all the postal stuff. Yeah.
If you could get a tattoo, what would it be?
I know what it will be. I've been planning it for like 25 years.
Oh, wow.
R2D2.
R2D2. And where would you put it?
Well, I haven't planned that yet, but I was thinking of doing one on the leg, and on the other leg I would do Turbo Nite logo because
cool.
When aliens dig me up 2,000 years from now, they know who I am. There's no other reason for
You're going to have to embalm yourself. Your skin's going to have to be like stretched out.
Yeah. I need to leave good instructions to my wife to embalm me.
Make sure to get my leg propped up right. All right, you've collaborated with many people. Dimi, Kaye, Vanderan, Dreamshore, Addictum, System Glitch, Sayaz, Neverman, Hoddle, Arctic Mega Defender. Who am I forgetting?
Tons of people.
I know.
I think I have like 50 collaborations.
So you really enjoy the art of working together with other people.
Yeah. That's one thing that keeps me productive. Working with other people. I would have never released this much music if it wasn't for other people, because they always bring their own flavor and new inspirations for me to work with other people. I really love it.
Yeah, I think it's amazing as well. A weird question. If you could win an award, what would it be for?
Well, that's a hard one. No, well, I think it probably would be the most collaborating artist on the music. I don't know anyone who does more collabs than me.
All right, maybe you can tell me a bit about the next track, Miami Disco Beast 1986, and I'll play it.
Well, that track, it was a really fast one. I think I watched some 70s disco tracks from YouTube in the morning, and I thought that I need to make something, but a bit more electric sounding, like more 80s, more synthesized sounding one. And I started it at like 12 a.m. and finished it at 12 p.m. at the evening, and that's it.
Well, those are the best.
Uploaded everywhere, that's it. It's 12 hours of work.
Those are the best. This is Miami Disco Beast 1986 by Turbo Nite. Disco Beast 1986 by Turbo Nite. And we got a shout out to Pashang from South Korea. I can tell you it's late in the night over there. Auntie, what is your favorite Turbo Nite song and how many times have you listened to it?
Well, you know, you always get these statistics on Spotify, and I am my own most listened artist. You know?
I recognize that.
I'm not anymore, but I used to be. I used to, every time I uploaded something to streaming services, I was like listening to them like 10 times. Are they good? Are they good enough? I don't do it that much anymore. It's like I'm just leaving. I'm uploading and moving on to the new project.
Perfect.
Not that bad anymore.
You have to if you're that productive.
Yeah. But if you have to ask me my best track, in my opinion, it's still the first one I released as Turbo Nite. It's Metahumans. I still love it.
An amazing track.
I never get bored listening to it myself, and that's weird.
So you have a family.
Yeah.
What do they think of you being a synthwave artist?
Well, my daughter likes it because, last time when I came second at assembly, I got a message that I'm going to get some kind of prize. I didn't know what kind of prize. And I took my daughter with me to the assembly to get the prize.
Oh, cool.
And she walked with me to the stage.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She was like, this is my dad. That was so awesome.
So, and how is she young? How old is she?
She's turning 10 now.
Okay. Oh yeah, she's pretty up there. So she knows how the world works, and she's proud of her dad.
Yeah, I hope so.
When my kids were younger, and now they're a little bit more proud. But when they were younger, they didn't care at all.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this Christmas thing. Okay, last Christmas we didn't release anything, but 2 Christmas before we did a song with kids. The first one had both my boy and my daughter singing on it, and the last Christmas before the last, only daughter. But
was that the one where with the Santa Claus that had like a burning flamethrower and stuff like that? Or was that another one?
I have no idea. The last one we didn't send it to Spotify and streaming services, but there are at least 2 tracks on Spotify with my kids singing there.
I definitely want to hear that.
Actually, she has never learned to sing anything, but she's a natural. I didn't have to do any pitch correcting to her.
Wow.
First track I did with her when she was like 6 years old or something.
She's a natural talent.
The second one took some work, like 10-hour work or something. It was a hard track to sing.
I do not have any time anymore. I have so many more questions, but no more time. We're going to play some trivia. I got 3 more tracks I'm going to play of yours. Tell us a bit about those tracks. Then we're going to play trivia. We got Rasengan. We got Electric Sound featuring Dimi, Kaye, and Metahumans. So you told us that Metahumans was your favorite.
Yeah.
And could you tell a bit more about the other 2?
Well, the Rasengan, it was one of those tracks I made in one day. Started like at Saturday morning, finished at Saturday evening, and uploaded it to New Retrowave the same night, because then there were no submission days. You could send it there any time of the day or year or whatever.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. And they uploaded it the same evening I sent it to them.
Wow. Amazing.
And it was like, I was like, what the fuck is going on with the track? It's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and it just kept going, and it's still going pretty strong. It's hitting 5 million streams, I think.
Wow. Amazing. New Retrowave is an amazing platform to have your music on. If you can get on there, you're so lucky. Could you tell us a bit about Electric Sound featuring Dimi, Kaye?
I have to tell you the truth about it. I made it just after Pilot released the Return track. The one when there's this rendered thing, he's riding the motorcycle. Pilot to Return.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make something similar. At start it was almost a straight up copy of the track, but then I added the acid lines and stuff like that and made it my own, vocoders and stuff like that. I think it's one of my better tracks.
Definitely.
It's the one I like myself too. I don't like much of my tracks afterwards, but it's one of those I do. It's different from the usual retrowave stuff. it sounds retrowave, but it's not like 16 bass and chords hitting at every bar and stuff like that. It's like different. I like it.
Well, it's been such an honor to have you here for the interview. We're luckily going to have you for the trivia coming up soon. I'm going to play the 3 tracks, and then we're going to round everybody up for the trivia, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll see you
I think I'll smoke a cigarette.
All right, smoke a cigarette. Have fun. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Yeah, it was so nice talking with you today.
All right, here we go. yeah, that was Metahumans by Turbo Nite, Electric Sound featuring Dimi Kaye by Turbo Nite, and Rasengan by Turbo Nite. And we're having a little bit of technical difficulties behind the scenes, but everybody's there. We got Dreamkid, we got Turbo Nite, we have Dimi Kaye, we got DX Digital, and BarX all ready to play some trivia. We just need to get some kinks out of the cable, and then we're going to play some trivia. So for now, I'm going to play some more music, and here we have a track by Mitch Murder. It's a remix by Nite Sprite. It's Heading South by Mitch Murder, the Nite Sprite remix.
Might make it now.
All right, that was Heading South, the Nite Sprite remix by Mitch. Well, it was by Mitch Murder, the Nite Sprite remix. And that was the ending there. And we're going to play some trivia. Yes, it's time for some trivia, but first I need to introduce all my wonderful guests here on the show. My first guest for tonight is a synthwave producer from Greece. His sound fuses mid-tempo rhythms with synth chords and melodies, creating a nostalgic feeling. His melodic guitar solos add even more to the whole experience and are becoming his signature. Give it up for the one and only Dimi Kaye.
Hi, Mom.
My next guest lives in Germany, but is from Austria. Trained in classical jazz piano, his last time on my show was on episode number 19, August 4th, 2020. So it's been a long overdue to have this talented synthwave jazz master on the show. Put your hands together for Bernard, a.k.a. DX Digital. Woo. My next guest was raised in Durban, I just found out, South Africa, and now lives in England, previously playing live with his band New Volume. But then the pandemic hit and his new project was born, taking his love for the 80s to a new level and producing his own tracks, becoming a TikTok sensation, having millions of views on his creative and true to the 80s vibe videos. It is the first time I've had him here on the show, Ryan Morris, a.k.a. Dreamkid. Welcome to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hello.
And from Connecticut in the USA, owner of a wide array of awesome synthesizers like the Moog Matriarch, the Rhodes Piano, the legendary DX7, and of course many more. Please give some applause for the speedy synthesizer overlord, Nick Barra, aka BarX.
Hello,
Yay.
thanks for having me. Very excited to be here.
And also joining us for the trivia tonight, our Finnish synthwave friend who I just had the pleasure of interviewing, Antti Hyrinainen, aka Turbo Nite. I tried my best. Welcome to the show.
It was good enough. Thank you.
Now, I will explain the trivia rules. Each turn you can choose from the following categories: 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Seinfeld, and Batman. Some have multiple choice and some do not. Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney are guaranteed multiple choice, and you get 1 point for each correctly answered question. There is a twist to the trivia. The Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars trivia can be worth 2 points each, but the catch is you do not get multiple choice, and you only get 10 seconds to answer that question. We'll play one practice round where you receive no points, and then 3 rounds will follow. Let's play the warm-up round of trivia. Yeah. All right, and we're going to start with Auntie. I'm just going to keep on saying it until I say it right.
That's cool. That's cool.
Auntie.
It sounds like me.
All right.
Recognize it.
Which category would you like?
Of course, I'll start with the 80s.
The 80s. And this is for no points. This is a warm-up round. We just get used to these things. What is memorable about Angus Young's clothes from rock band AC/DC?
Can you repeat that?
What is memorable about Angus Young's clothing from the rock band AC/DC?
Did he have a kilt? No, it wasn't. I know what it was.
You can help each other out. This is the practice round.
Moving going on.
He doesn't dress for his age, Auntie. He doesn't dress for his age.
That's a good hint.
What did you say? It doesn't.
He doesn't dress for his age. He dresses way younger. Like.
He goes to a place where you learn stuff.
Some kind of hat. I can't remember. I'm really
So the correct answer is you incorrect. He normally dresses in a school uniform.
Yeah, that I thought. I was in the Guns N' Roses with the kilt and stuff.
All right, Dimi K, you're up next. What's it gonna be?
Yeah.
80s, 90s, 80s?
80s. Yeah.
All right, we're all going. Maybe all going. You guys are going for the 80s. So we got Greece against. I don't know. What synth pop band sang? Yeah, Finland. Thank you. What synth pop band sang "Just Can't Get Enough"?
Was it one?
There's only one here on this card.
Yeah, I don't remember, I think.
What synth pop band? I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Yeah. I don't remember now. Was it? It was, yeah, I don't remember.
Anybody here know the answer?
Depeche Mode.
That is correct.
Ooh, okay.
All right, Ryan Morris, aka Dreamkid. What's it gonna be?
Let's just go the 80s. Let's start.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, is he gonna go for the 80s or is he gonna make it?
Sorry, what are the other?
So we have all
90s?
the years. We have all the years. We got 80s, 90s, zeros and tens, and then we have Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney.
Definitely won't be choosing that one.
All right. So 80s.
Yeah.
80s. What is Van Halen's only single to reach #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100? That was correct. All right.
Whoa.
Feel free to fill in.
Mine's not plugged in, but I'll embarrass myself anyway if I try and plug.
Bernard, you're up next.
I go with 90s.
Oh, the younger people among us. Young folks. All right. What did House of Pain want to do in their 1992 song?
Oh, sorry, no idea.
What did House of Pain want to do in their 1992 song? It's the warm-up round. People help them out.
They didn't want to sit around.
Same similar answer to my last one, but not really.
Yeah.
Similar answer to the Van Halen.
He doesn't know it. The correct answer, what did House of Pain want to do in their 1992 song was Jump Around.
Sound effects on that.
Nick Barra, a.k.a. BarX, with capital letters as bar and the small X.
Stylized.
I know. I have the same
noticeable
thing. I want everybody to write Heartbeat here with a capital H, capital B, capital H. What they do is they split it. They split it. They make them all small. I'm like, screw these guys. All right, Nick, what's it going to be?
I'll do 80s. I mean, sure.
All right.
The reason for the season.
All right. You Spin Me Round Like a Record was a hit from which British band?
Oh.
Now
I'm not going to open my iTunes because I have it in iTunes. I know I do.
If you want a hint, I'll give you a hint. Because it's the warm-up round.
I'll take a hint.
I think Bon Jovi also had a track that was the name of this band. Okay, that's taking too long.
Sorry.
Dead or Alive?
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Dead or Alive. All right, that was the warm-up round. And now we're going to have a chat with Dimi K. Dimi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I'm grateful you're here. Dimi, I think that you just found out that your track had made it onto NRW. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you submit it to NRW?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I always submit, and what I say to everyone is, you submit it, and then it's okay. But let it be.
The window
if
is
they
like
it.
The window is like a few days in a year.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I have enough friends on groups that are producers, and they link us and they say, the submissions are open. Go for it.
That is the key. That is the key.
Yeah.
How did you get started? How many synthwave artists are there from Greece? Because I don't know that many.
There are a few. You might know VHS Dreams.
VHS Dreams, yeah.
Yeah. Christine, who hasn't released anything in many years, but she worked with Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few more, but not a lot, unfortunately.
You're one of the biggest.
I have no idea. I'm
For me,
I'm just loving what I'm doing, so I have no idea what's going on.
Tell us, how did you get started in the synthwave scene?
Yeah, I started because of a fantastic little game called Hotline Miami back in 2013. I played that game because I love indies, and I listened to the music. I'm like, what is this? I need to discover what that music is. I went to forums. They said that this music is called synthwave. You need to watch a film called Drive. I actually watched Drive many years later, sorry. In 2014, I discovered that there were groups on Facebook for synthwave. I got involved there. There was an open call for a compilation. Anyone could submit. And I'm like, why not make something? Because I like the music. I made the name, the Dimi Kaye name. I submitted there, and then I started releasing since 2015, actually.
Is Dimi Kaye associated to your real name, or is that a secret?
Yes,
or?
Dimi is short from Dimitris. It's the name Dimitris. And Kaye is the first letter of my last name because, as I was talking with Pashank yesterday, if I had an artist name called Kalivas, most of the people might not be able to say it.
Yeah.
And I shortened both of them, Dimi Kaye, and I made my artist name.
Your first album on Spotify was released in 2015 called Dream Sequencer. Tell me how long it took to put that album together.
Some months, I think. I don't remember exactly. But I was shy because I didn't know how to produce well. Now I can produce better, not great. My arrangements weren't that great. I thought that I shouldn't use guitar on the songs, so I had some small melodies. And I took my time. I remember taking my time. And then when I thought that the songs were finished, I uploaded them on Bandcamp, and in 20 minutes, those 20 minutes, I was writing the concept story because I like having concept stories with my albums. And I expected nothing. But at that point, a big show back then was Synthetic Sundays. I don't know.
Yeah, Marco Merrick. Yes, of course. Yeah.
The legend. And he sent me a message. He said, would you like to do an interview with me? And I'm like, what? I have nothing out. Only the album. You want to interview me? And he said, of course. And we did an interview back then. And I discovered that the synthwave scene was so accepting and loved to listen to new music. And that's why I stuck with it for so many years.
Here's a question I'll be asking each person later in the show. Who is the funniest person you know?
That's a good question.
And you're unlucky because I asked you first.
yeah, I need to think about it. If the other guys want to
you can.
answer that?
No. We'll get back to the others later. And you can let me know later on in the show. I would like to play your latest track called Zeta Hercules. Could you tell us a bit about that track?
Of course. It's going to be on my 6th album that will release on September 28th. The album tries to blend shred guitars and synths, making shred wave actually. Zeta Hercules was inspired by 90s, 80s and 90s animated TV shows, the ones that we used to watch on Saturday mornings. And it was my interpretation of that vibe. I hope it worked.
All right, here is Zeta Hercules by Dimi Kaye. Yes, that was Zeta Hercules by Dimi Kaye. We got shout outs to the chat. We got Archive full of YouTubers, Hearts in Beta, Ixisaurus, and we got James Thomas, Sonder himself, and Dodgy Dodo. And now it's time for round one of trivia. Yeah, round one, and now we're going to make some points. You can get a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer. So just tell me before, but if we're doing the 80s questions, they're all 1-pointers. So, ante. Yeah, ante. All right, what's it going to be? What's the the topic you would like to pick?
It's if I'm going to win this, I have to choose Star Wars.
Oh, bringing out the Star Wars. And do you want the 2-pointer or the 1-pointer? The 1-pointer you get all.
Of course, I'm going with the high stakes.
All right, here we go. Which droid has their memory wiped during the Rise of Skywalker? 10.
C-3PO.
That is correct. That's 2 points for Ante. Dimi, you're up next.
Let's go again 80s.
80s.
Like number 2.
Staying true to the 80s. You cannot get 2 points for these. They're only 1-pointers. Who won the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest with Ne partez pas sans moi? Ne partez...
I would say France, but... No, let's go France.
I'll give you a hint. She is French, I think. No, she's not.
The lady.
She's not French.
Is it? I don't think. Is she Canadian? Maybe it's Celine Dion.
I know this one.
Is it Celine Dion?
That is correct. 1 point for Demi.
I only said Shania Twain.
All right, Ryan, you're up next. What?
Can you go 2 points with 90s?
No.
Okay.
I can only do the other ones because they're guaranteed a multiple choice.
Okay. Let's go with 80s.
80s?
Might as well. Just warming up.
All right, 80s. Who sang the hit Tainted Love?
Oh, gosh, I know this. Gosh. I know it, but it's, is it, I know it, but I just can't. I don't know, but I know.
It was Soft Cell.
Okay, didn't know.
All these one-hit wonder bands.
Bernard, what is the category going to be?
I'm going to go with the 2000s.
2000s.
Yes.
2000s trivia. Okay, so this is a multiple choice. What do flatmates Mark Corrigan and Jeremy Jez Osborne refer to as themselves in Peep Show? Was that A, the Bro Bros, B, the Do Dizzles, or C, the L Dude Brothers?
Which one? What was the show called? The Peep?
What do flatmates Mark Corrigan and Jeremy Jez Osborne refer to themselves as in Peep Show?
Peep Show. I only know
A, B, or C.
Is it like Jackass? No, it's like isn't Osborne like the guy from Jackass? Is it the same guy?
The only thing I know about the Osbornes is the Osbornes, the series, the Osbornes, but I don't think that's this.
Okay. I go with what was the names? Was
A, the Bro Bros, the Dude Dizzles, or the L Dude Brothers.
I go with 3.
The third one is correct.
Nice one.
Nice.
Correct. I never heard of that. All right, Nick, you're up next.
I think Peep Show is a UK show. I'm pretty sure.
I know the show.
It's awesome.
I don't remember that
I go with 90s next time.
But I know the show.
Everyone should see the Beep show. It's damn awesome.
It is funny. It is really good. Yeah.
It's fun as fuck.
Proper British humor though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you say you have 2010s? Is it 2010s music or just general 2010s?
It's general.
Could be Hannah Montana.
All right,
stuff.
let's do one. Let's.
All right, the
do
youngest of us all. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah,
probably the youngest
you
person
are
here,
younger.
I guess.
Here we go. 10's trivia. All right, where was the Winter Olympics held in 2010? Oh, you get 4 choices. You get 4 choices. A, Canada. B, Switzerland. C, Norway. Or D, Russia.
2010. It's either Canada or Russia, or neither, and I'm wrong. Let's say Russia.
It was Canada.
Oh.
It wasn't Sochi. No.
Yeah.
That was later, right?
I have tip for you guys. If it's about Olympics, it's always Canada in this.
I'm from Holland and from the Netherlands, so I'm not pro Canada or anything. Let's have a chat with Dreamkid. Ryan, how you doing?
Good, very well.
All right.
Actually, not very well. I'm actually got flu, but
you're holding up well. You're holding up well. You're having fun, right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It was only today I woke up and I just felt like I could feel like a cold or something.
Congrats on your first live performance. What was it like to be back on stage?
No, it was really fun. I've obviously played in bands my whole life, and the last time we played a show was 2019. So it was my first time on stage in 4 years, and I was doing like double the amount of stuff that I would do in the band, and it was just me on stage. So it was a little bit like, but actually it was actually perfectly fine. I think I felt good, and it didn't feel that strange at all.
Was this in the UK then?
Yeah, in Bristol.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
And who was it? Like were there more acts during that show, or was it just you?
Yeah, there was a couple acts before me. Yeah.
All right,
but
cool.
it was good to just, it was a good, for me it was kind of like a good practice as well, just to get the juices flowing, and as they say.
So did you, when you were in the previous band, I think it was called New Volume,
yeah.
New Volume. Did you perform a lot?
Yeah, we toured Europe a couple times. We played some pretty big shows. Like we opened up for a lot of bands from the States, sometimes 2,000 people. So yeah, we did some big shows.
I am going to have to ask you if we can fix the audio thing, because it is returning the stuttering. So I'm just going to play a track, and we'll get right back to the interview. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, people, thank you so much for holding up with me. I'm going to play another track here. We're going to play something from Aztec Records, Midlife by Saint. Did I already play that? I already played that one. The Blue Book Project with Mountains of Madness. Here we go. Yes, that was Mountain of Madness by the Blue Book Project, and Dodgy Dodo was digging it. He loved it. And now we're going to go back to our interview with the amazing Ryan, aka Dreamkid. I think I saw some tattoos on your arms during your performance. Could you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, they're just literally a lot of 80s stuff. It's like a palm tree, Thrashing, which is my favorite movie. It's with Josh Brolin. And there's Villain Ass, because I'm an idiot. And a hoverboard. Yeah, it's very random. I got this, I started getting it before I even knew about synthwave, so I was clearly obsessed about it before even discovering the whole thing.
And you did a Vanilla Ice like cover, well, kind of remix.
Yeah, in lockdown. Yeah, I was just,
I love that.
So bored. No, I mean, I was obsessed about Blue Nas, so that's why I kind of, when I was young, I was like, I thought he was the coolest guy.
Did you try to get your hair up like that as well, like he did?
I might have, yeah. But this is my 80s arm, and then this arm is more just like, that's my gran.
Oh.
And that's Tankle. So this arm will probably be like black and white style, I think.
Very cool. I was a huge Vanilla Ice fan. I remember like at a big birthday party with like 100 people, and I did like a lip sync to Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby.
Okay.
So,
did you ever see the Cool as Ass movie?
No.
It was called.
Oh, he brought a second album out, and he also released that movie then?
Yeah, he was in a movie, like he acted in a role, and he was like Vanilla Ass in the movie, if I can remember.
It was Turtles.
Yeah, I could not imagine that.
He was in the Turtles, the second one, but he was also in a movie. I think it was called Cool as Ass, if I can remember.
Well, yeah. I love some of the quotes you're using on social media, and you pair it up with great synthwave soundtracks that fit those vibes perfectly. I wanted to tell you some of my favorite quotes and wondered if you had a favorite. So the first one is, it's 1984. You're getting tired of the bullies at school, so you befriended a sensei and started training religiously. Now, that has to be from Karate Kid, and that is my all-time favorite 80s movie, so I love that. His name was Daniel. My name is Daniel. I mean, my dad was into karate, so it was like the best movie I could ever see at that age. Also, the Blink 182 Go Synthwave. I'm a big fan of Blink 182. I love the track,
Okay,
all the small things. What was your favorite?
This is so many, I actually can't even remember. I can't even remember half of them. To be honest, I'll see one, like an old video pop up, and I'll be like, what? When did I think of that? Like, I think, yeah, my brain's just constantly going. So I think of things, and then I just move on to the next thing.
So in that way, you're like Turbo Nite. He also, he doesn't stay too long with one track. He just kind of moves on, and that's why he's outputting so much stuff. You do put out a lot of videos, but you actually only have one album, I think, right?
Yeah,
and a few singles.
I've got the second one coming out. It'll come out before the end of the year.
And is that coming from the videos that you're creating, or is it something you haven't released yet?
I actually had a load of songs before the videos that I started doing. I actually had like half that album ready, and now I'm kind of replacing them with a lot of the favorites from online.
So you are using... You're kind of seeing what's getting the most traction and using that?
Yeah, not all of them. Like, there's one or two that are old ones that I haven't even made a video of. But yeah, it's quite cool to do it that way. I find it's a good. You can see what's working and what doesn't work, and
because I think sometimes you get blinded. You fall in love with your own tracks, and then
because often, like, to be honest, like some of the videos that do well, I'm like, they were just kind of written like so quickly, and I just didn't even think about it. And I mean, that's pretty much the case with all kind of with pop songs that go. People write them in like 2 minutes, thinking it's some crappy song, and then it like blows up. And then the ones you sit there and you like EQ and you make sure, and then no one cares.
So you were raised in Durban, South Africa, and you live now in the UK. Is that correct?
Yeah. I moved with my band. We actually moved as the band. We all kind of left.
So how long have you been living in the
UK? 16 years.
So okay. So only in your younger years you were raised.
Yeah, just after school we kind of kicked over here. I mean, my mom was born in England, and most of my family's English, like in terms of my grandparents and stuff. So I had a British passport from my whole life. So
do you remember anything from South Africa? Is it like vague or?
No, I remember. I mean, I remember loads. I was there like till about 20, so 21. Yeah.
All right. A question I was going to ask everybody. I'm going to ask you first, and then we're going to go back to Dimi real quick. Who is the funniest person you know?
Yeah. Does it need to be someone that everybody else knows, like a famous person? Or...
No, it can be a friend.
There was a guy that used to. Do you know that clothing company called Echo Unlimited? So this company used to sponsor my band back in South Africa with Echo clothes, and the guy that owned the South African, the main offices of Echo there, he was literally the funniest person that I've ever met. Just what he used to just say out of his mouth at random times was just like
hilarious.
But, yeah, he's kind of like he had to be there. But yeah, and then on top of that, my dad's funny as well.
Aww. Awesome.
After 2 beers, especially.
We're gonna go to Dimi real quick. Dimi, who is the funniest person you know?
Yes, since we don't have to say anything about someone we all know, I'll say my sister because she understands my pants, I understand hers, and we're having so much fun sending stuff together, especially since 2020, where we got a bit closer as family. It became even funnier. You know why? Because of the whole COVID thing.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Back to Ryan. I want to play your track, Chrissy. Could you tell me a bit about how the track got made?
Literally, I mean, my side hustle job, which I don't do much of now, but I use like apps and I like a cycle courier, like delivering things. And I was just like, I was cycling that one evening, and I was like, oh, I want to make this kind of song, like in my head. I was like, I want to make this. I thought of the topic about the prom, the girl going to prom, and I literally made it in about, I'm not joking, 15 minutes. And then and then the reel kind of took off and hit a couple million here and there. And then everyone wanted the song finished. So I just finished it. And yeah, I was going to try and sing on it, and I just couldn't I didn't hear anything. I felt like the guitar was driving the melody. So I felt like vocals over it just seemed a bit strange. Yeah, and now it's turning into one of my best tracks. So, and they got featured in New Retro as well. So,
well, congrats on that. This is Chrissy by Dreamkid. Chrissy by Dreamkid. Shoutouts to the chat. We got Maya Camara, HS1986, and Sub Neon. And now it's time for Trivia Round 2. And the abrupt ending. Let's go to Auntie. Auntie. I'm never gonna get it right. Auntie. Yes. What? Star Wars again? I'm assuming.
Star Wars.
What category would you like, Auntie?
What did we have? We have 80s, 90s, 2010s, and
yes, and we have Batman, Seinfeld. We have Star Wars, Disney,
Batman.
And Batman.
Bitcoin.
All right, we're gonna go with some Batman. Batman. All right, for 1 point. Which longtime member of the Batman supporting cast became Agent 37 and joined the spy organization Spiral?
That's a hard one.
These are all hard.
Let me tell you, it's I don't know. I have no idea what you are even asking, but I'll say what was the name of the Batman's this dude who did everything for him? It was Adam Gandalf. What the fuck? Damn. You know, you're making me nervous.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, I'm going out of time over here.
I'll give it 5.
It was.
5 more
I can't
seconds.
get it to my mind right now.
5, 4.
I know it's that old dude.
3, 2. It's not the old dude. It's the young dude. It was Dick Grayson.
Oh, Robin.
It wasn't Dick Grayson. It was, yeah.
Dick Grayson is Robin, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, yeah. Dimi.
Yep, that's me.
What's it gonna
Let's
be?
go. What else? 80s.
80s.
Let's go.
Let's go 80s all the way with Dimi K. What do the lyrics to Golden Brown by the Stranglers allude to? What do the lyrics Golden Brown by the Stranglers allude to?
No idea.
That's hard.
So I'll say no idea.
Anybody have an idea?
No, these 80s questions are getting harder.
Yeah.
I don't even know that song.
So the Golden Brown was heroin.
Ooh.
Of course.
Heroin. All right, Ryan.
Oh, that's it.
We don't do the stuff.
Ryan, you're up. What's it gonna be?
Let's try 90s. Let's go to the 90s.
90s.
Let's mix it up. I'm definitely not doing Star Wars. So don't worry about that.
What was the name of Take That's first album?
Oh my gosh. I do not know, but I know this. I know Gary Barlow is the singer, but that's about it.
It was called Take That and Party.
Okay.
I was about to say Take That. I had no idea.
I think I'll stick to 80s.
Bernard, what's it gonna be?
90s.
90s. Everyday People was a big song for which hip hop group?
You know, this is so hard. You either know the band or you know the song, but you never know both. Okay, just gonna do a wild guess. Hip hop. Wasn't it? No, Far Side. No. PHA. Far Side. No.
It was Arrested Development.
Oh. I know the band, but
I know the song Mr. Wendell. Mr. Wendell.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Connect these two. Yeah.
Nick, what category will you choose?
Hello. I'm gonna do Seinfeld. This is my secret weapon here. My favorite television show is Seinfeld. So
nice.
I can't tell you, these are really weird questions with weird answers. So George says he looks terrific in Monk's bathroom mirror, making him feel like this heart-to-heart actor.
All right.
Yeah, these questions suck from Seinfeld.
Damn.
We need a kid section. The easy one.
Yeah.
Do you have Family Guy questions? I'm good on that.
Well, you get a half a point. You get no points, but you know the right answer then. I'm just going to... Yeah. The actor was called Robert Wagner.
Oh, geez. That's like the worst question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really was.
Maybe in a short interlude, maybe DX Digital and...
Why does it change tonality? First it was... Then it was... Why does it change all the time?
I don't know.
What did you do? Did you do something to the sample?
It's
Is
the
it
same
latency?
thing. I got you on the big screen now. And I want to hear something from Nick as well, if he would be so kind.
Is this on? Yeah. All right. We got a little Mario 64 here. Let's do it.
Wow. Let's go.
All right, Ixura says, go bar, go, water level, yo. Ooh, that sounds nice by Maya Karma, and live and exclusive jams here on Heartbeat Hero Radio. Thank you guys so much. I love this show. And you guys, trivia round 2, we just had that. We're going to have a little chat with you, Nick. Nick, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am good. We should help you out on the trivia, maybe get something right there later on. But
Yeah,
please tell me
if
about
only.
Please tell me about your musical background, because you seem to be very talented on the keyboards. And also, how long have you been playing and acquiring synthesizers? And one more question: what was your first synth?
Okay. All right. I'll start with my background. I have been a classically trained pianist since I started taking lessons at the age of 6. And I'm actually, as a day job, I am a pianist. Like a classical piano accompanist and that sort of thing. So my background more in the classical side of things than anything else. So yeah, what was the second question?
How long have you been acquiring all the synthesizers?
Oh, keyboards. Well, my dad was also a keyboardist, back in the day, who he had all the real original stuff. I have the Rhodes and the DX7, but rest of the stuff I have is more newer. Actually, this thing here, the Elka Rhapsody string ensemble, that was his from back in the early 70s. But yeah, so I pretty much grew up around keyboards, passing them back and forth through my dad and I, whoever needs it on this particular gig or whatever. The first one that I personally bought was the Korg MS-20 Mini, which is right there, which is their like reproduction of the MS-20 from the 70s. Yeah, that was my first one.
Awesome.
Like my first analog synth,
Do you have brothers or sisters, or are you only child?
I have an older sister, but she's not a musical person.
So you didn't have to beat her up to get the keyboards.
Fortunately.
So we got your music background. What was your first synth? You created a brand new funky version of the Mega 64 podcast theme. How did that come to be? Do you know these guys?
Well,
tell me about it.
Yeah, so I'm all merched up. Got my Mega 64 stuff. I'm a huge fan of theirs. I have been for over a decade at this point. And it was basically right as the pandemic had kicked off, they started kind of a side podcast to basically to talk about the pandemic without bogging up their main podcast for people who didn't really want to feel like hearing the same old stuff about it. And they were looking for a theme song for that podcast. And so they held kind of a competition. I made an entry for that competition. I got second place because it went to a fan vote. But they themselves, Mega64, enjoyed mine so much that instead of using it for that side podcast, they decided to make it the theme song for their main podcast.
Ah, cool.
Which has been they've been doing a podcast since like 2006, I think. They've been at it for over 600 episodes, I think. So that one was kind of a more like, down tempo synthwave kind of style. And recently they reached out to me to make kind of a new version, for the new kind of season. That new one came out about a month or two ago on one of their podcasts. It debuted with a brand new intro sequence for their podcast. Yeah.
What do they do for their podcast? Is it all games or?
Mostly, yeah. They do video game discussion, movie discussion, just kind of general chatting about their lives, that sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. You've created you have created a cover album or creating one. Please tell us more.
Not public knowledge yet, but I'll talk about it. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm working on. I mean, if anyone follows me, you've seen that I have done a lot of video game covers on my YouTube channel. So, kind of working towards a body of work in that ballpark, I think is is safe enough to say without letting anyone down if it doesn't end up happening.
Okay, definitely. Sorry about that. You said you're a gamer on your social profile. So, what are your favorite games?
So I'm trying to think. Like, I have like the two pillars. All right, my two favorite games of all time are The Legend of Dragoon, which was a JRPG for the PS1, and RuneScape. Which is like an MMO from the mid 2000s. But I'm a big retro gamer. I love NES, all the NES games, SNES. Huge fan of that era of Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, all those JRPGs from the SNES. Great stuff.
Very cool. Let's see. I'm curious what your current job is, but you already told us you're like a pianist in your free time.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And for you, the question, who's the funniest person you know?
All right, I have two answers. Like my my real life answer is my best friend Dan. Shouts out. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but shouts out Dan. He's the funniest person I've known for. We've been friends for like, I don't know, a long time at this point. And then my second answer is a member of Mega64, Rocco Bodie, who I believe is the funniest person on planet Earth. So...
Awesome. I definitely have to check this podcast out, man. It's intriguing me.
Mega64 is where it's at. You got to check them out. Especially if you're into video games and like anime, that sort of thing.
All right. I would like to play your track Overdrive. Could you tell me more about it?
Yeah. So this is my latest single, kind of a standalone single. It's not kind of leading up to an album or anything. This is kind of my attempt at doing something more in the prog rock sphere. I'm a huge fan of 70s prog rock, especially Rick Wakeman, obviously. So I wanted to kind of do something a little bit more long form, a little bit kind of more development to it, a little kind of more telling a story instrumentally. It's easy to tell a story when you have words to work with, but if you're, dealing with trying to build imagery with fully instrumental kind of stuff, it can get a little tricky getting your, vision across. So this was kind of my my attempt at working towards something. I'd like to get towards like the 20-minute mark with like a huge prog epic, but working towards it.
To me it felt very Daft Punk like.
Yeah, a lot of inspirations happening at the same time. A big fan of, obviously, like I said, 70s prog rock, but also a big fan of 2000s and 2010s electronic music, Daft Punk, Deadmau5. So kind of those worlds colliding in the sphere of synthwave.
This one runs, I think, 7 minutes or 8 minutes.
9.
So we're going to enjoy
8:59.
9 minutes of Overdrive by BarX. Here we go. That was Overdrive by BarX. Shout out to Packet Pupper. And we're going to have a chat with DX Digital. Bernard, how you doing?
Great. What a great track.
Yeah, it's amazing.
BarX, man.
Don't forget, all of you here are very talented. That's the reason you're here. And I'm glad you guys are meeting each other. And hopefully that can even make something in the future. So you're a big fan of Quincy Jones, Herbie Hancock. You enjoy listening to music on CDs. Apple Music has a higher payout, so you prefer that. And you use Spotify to make playlists and support the other artists. Now, have you gotten into buying some vinyl or cassettes?
Me personally, I don't have a vinyl player yet, but I wanted to get one in 2019, but then something happened, and then all my plans were smashed around. But now I'm actually thinking about very hard to get a vinyl player. I have a cassette player actually in my studio.
That was another question I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a cassette player, like a Grundig something. It's a very simple one. I actually used it for to resample stuff like drum sounds and also the DX7, and I used it for mastering once, even to just try it out for the album I did before the one I did now. It's called Smooth Wave. I mastered everything on cassette tape. So
oh wow,
just played it in there and then But I haven't. That would be great with vinyl also. But
you also play great piano. Where did you get those skills from?
Well, like BarX. I mean, he's more like even more into classical music. I got like a basic classical training before I went full on like jazz school, like classical jazz, and there I developed the skills. I got into funk music, soul, R&B stuff also. Yeah, that's where I come from, but also like a basic classical training, and then I moved away from the classical part more into jazz improvisation.
That's your groove. You love doing that. I love the videos you create doing that as well. AWG is one of my favorite tracks where you collaborate with Vladimir Lebedev, a funky synthwave track focused on positive energy, created during the pandemic. Alles wird gut. Everything's going to be fine. That's what AWG stands for. Looking back on that track and the things that have happened, is everything fine now after the pandemic?
Well, like ask everybody. We're slowly getting back on track, I mean, well, it's a long topic. I don't want to go into it like in detail, but I think everybody knows that it seems like far away now, but sometimes we get reminded of the things that happen, and we're like, like, oh shit, that thing happened.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're like, we can't play live anymore. As a live performer, I play keyboards in a lot of projects. Also, it was a kind of a devastating time for a lot of musicians, and props to all of you guys, everyone who like, kept on doing what they do and, stay strong.
Are you able to do this full time, the music part, or do you need a job next to it?
I'm doing so like I'm playing shows, I'm producing, and I'm teaching. So these three things are enough to really make a living. Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm doing it full time.
Flashback is your latest album that was released in July. How much work did you put into this album, and how did it come to life?
Well, I finished mastering another project with a live band, which was a huge amount of work in January. And while I was doing that, I was doing for fun. I was doing a lot of tracks for DX Digital. And then one track got finished, and then after 2 weeks I got the next track, and then I did a video, and then I got another track, and all of a sudden I had 4 or 5 tracks, and I was like, wow, that could be an album. So, I continued doing that stuff, and I took a couple of tunes that I liked. I just got inspired by other synthwave artists like Mitch Murder and like Time Cop 1986, I think, one of the tracks. And I even like created some templates, and I was doing research in post-disco, boogie funk stuff, and all that kind of stuff came together on this album. And I just like did one track after another, and then made all these videos without having a plan when I would ever release it. And yeah, so and then I said like, well, now I got 8 songs, I have to put it out now.
Yeah.
And then I had it together.
Are there any one of those tracks where you could play a melody for us now?
I would maybe need a playback for the ones I did. Okay, let's go directly to the piano. So this is like a take. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Thank you so much.
Fade out,
Yay. All right, Bernard, who is the funniest person you know?
Well, there's also 2 guys for me. I mean, one that maybe some of you know, Seth MacFarlane, the Creative Family guy. I think that's one of the most funny persons. And also one of my personal friends, a guy who plays saxophone, and I worked with a couple of times on a couple of tunes. His name is Omri, and like he's one of the most, like he shares the same amount of humor, and we are always send back and forth like stupid videos on Instagram, and like he's always there like hey, did you see this? And then I'm like, yeah, man, let's do something again. And whenever we are in the studio together, it's like 5% of work and 95% of like just fooling around.
That is the best way to work. Bernard, I'm going to play your latest track, the start off your album Flashback. Please tell me more about the track and I'll give it a play.
Well, this one, actually, the true story is that I did it in 2016 or 2017 when I was working for, let's say, a company that makes templates for Ableton Live. And I used the sound because I liked it so much. I thought like, well, I never did any original song with the template, and I would be like a customer who like bought the template. And then also I could use my own instruments instead of like just Ableton and Massive and some of the sounds. So I started to redo it and use a lot of my own signature sounds like the DX7 and remade the whole song form. And I don't know, maybe someone knows where I got the inspiration from this track. Maybe someone notices it, but it's a very famous synthwave track, and I got inspired by this one because I was supposed to ghost produce stuff in this style back in the day. So
cool.
I thought like, well, I'm gonna make it my own. So yeah.
Very nice. This is The Start by DX Digital. right, that was the start by DX Digital, and we have one more question for Ante Turbo Nite, aka Turbo Nite, and that is, who is the funniest person you know?
Well, I'm not going to tell you who's the funniest person, but just for fun, I'm going to tell you who's the funniest person in Synthwave.
Oh.
Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
It's Straplocked.
Oh, I know the name.
Awesome dude. He's so awesome, dude. That guy just has been away from the scene for like 2 years now, but I'm pretty sure he's getting back over there. But he's so awesome, dude, and funny guy, and he's so much fun to work with.
All right, that is the funniest guy. We're gonna play the final.
He's the funniest guy in Synthwave.
The funniest guy in Synthwave, by Turbo Nite. We're gonna play the final round of trivia. Here we go. All right, Turbo Nite. That's easier to say. And I can't say it wrong. Turbo Nite, what is your final round of trivia going to be? Is it going to be 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s, or something else?
Well, I think 90s would be easier for me, but I'm going with the 80s because we are doing 80s music.
All right, 80s. Here we go. What country are Men at Work from?
I'm pretty sure I know this one. Greece. Mexico.
Australia.
That is correct. Australia.
It's because one of my favorite bands.
I knew that they weren't from USA or anything like that. And Dimi being thumbs up, I was like, hey.
No, it wasn't the hint.
Dimi,
I like the question, but it's just like the question.
It was because
misleading.
But,
I'm sorry.
But hey, I can sing it in Finnish. There's this Finnish cover. Tervetuloa länteen, Andrei. Antti hommiin meidän lanteen. Tämä on tie taivaan kanteen. Tämä on tie sydämiin.
Amazing.
There you have a Finnish cover.
Nice.
It sounds like you're saying you have a penis cover, but I'm assuming you're saying something.
I do.
All right, Dimi, Turbo Nite has 2 points. You have 1. If you get 1 point right, then you're tied for the lead.
Let's go for broke. 80s again.
80s. In what year did Black Box have a UK #1 with Ride on Time?
No idea, but I'll say the year I was born, 1983.
1989.
It's okay.
Ryan, you have 0 points, so I'm going to help you out if you choose a 1 pointer. So we're going to help you
0
out.
points. Oh, I got the jump. That was a practice,
Wait, you need to pull out the thing again. You need to reset your mic again.
Oh, sure, but 1 second.
Yeah, we're going to help Ryan out for the 1 pointer. He shouldn't go home empty-handed.
Can we help too?
Yeah, we're all going to help him.
I forgot that was a practice. I'm going to go for a 2.1. Let's take a risk.
Oh, but then I'm not helping you. If you're going for the 2 points, then I'm not going to help you. So
don't worry. I like to just gamble my.
Yeah, but we are going to help him.
So Star Wars, Disney, or Marvel?
Wow. Let's go Disney because that's probably the closest. I don't know anything about Star Wars
All right,
or Marvel.
You get 10 seconds to answer this question. What number decal does Lightning McQueen feature on his side? What number decal does Lightning McQueen feature on his side? 10.
66.
53.
95.
I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of it.
It's from the Cars. The Cars Disney
okay, I get you.
on the side.
Okay. Well, that's at 0 for me.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We loved having you on, man. Bernard, you're up next. You have 1 point. If you get another point, then you're tied with Turbo Knight.
Let's go again with the 90s.
And this can be your prize. So we'll put it up here, there, on the cheese. Sorry, in the 90s?
Yeah.
All right. For 1 point, and maybe the tie with Turbo Knight. For which NBA basketball team was Paula Abdul a cheerleader for?
Oh my God! Come on, sports questions from the States.
I know all these ones that are, man.
Ask me something about the Spice Girls. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah, I've already asked those questions. They've already been in previous episodes.
NBA, what? Cheerleader, what? Cheerleader.
Do you know who Paula Abdul is?
No.
Oh, okay.
Which team?
So in the 90s, Paula Abdul was like one of my favorite artists, and she had a track called, what was her track called again? Forever My Love. Straight Up. Straight Up was like one of her biggest hits. But which NBA basketball team was she a cheerleader for?
I'm just gonna say the only team that I know, Lakers.
That is correct. You're at a tie with Turbo Knight. So you're going to the Turbo round. We got Nick. We got Nick though. Nick, we're gonna try to give you that 1 point, or are you gonna go all in, or what you gonna?
I gotta redeem myself with the Seinfeld trivia. I can't leave without redeeming myself, or not redeeming myself.
Yeah, whatever you like. It's your choice.
I got to do Seinfeld. That I didn't like that previous question.
All right. George didn't have a heart attack in Monks, but what does the doctor tell him grew back?
His tonsils.
Wow, that is correct. You go home with 1 point.
Thank God. Okay, I can leave happy now.
All right, and now the Turbo round with Turbo Knight and DX Digital. We're going to start with Turbo Knight. In these are all you don't get any multiple choice. You got to answer it in 10 seconds. In Zootropolis, what are night howlers? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Can you repeat the first part?
2, 1. We're gonna go to Bernard. The correct answer was flowers. Bernard, which of the following characters does not appear in 1951's Alice in Wonderland? So I can't ask you that question because that's a multiple choice. In Brave, Meridia is a skilled what? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Which?
3. She's a skilled archer. Turbo Knight, what are the names of Donald Duck's nephews? 10.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
That is correct. Okay, so if Bernard gets this one right, we continue. If not, then Turbo Knight has won. In Frozen, where is Hans from? 10. 9,
Germany, of course.
The Southern Isles. Congratulations to Turbo Knight. You have won.
The Southern Alps?
Speech.
You get a trophy NFT.
Hey, okay. If you need a speech,
the thing with the trophy is
so much fun to play with you guys, but I was born in 70s and my knowledge is so much bigger than yours. So I was an automatic winner. Thank you anyway.
Well done.
Awesome.
I knew every answer of the practice round and everyone else's question about mine. I didn't know.
All right, it's time to say goodbye to everybody. We're going to start with Turbo Knight. What are you grateful for and what would you like to promote?
Well, only thing I'm promoting right now is my vinyl record. I want everyone to buy it because we are trying to sell enough of them to make another one, a new one. Because we basically have a new one almost done with Edictum. It's great. It's different for sure. And I think there's at least one track where Dimi is also in, so
yeah,
we have more reason to sell it. And I'm grateful to be on the show. It was awesome. I want to be here again.
Awesome. We'll have you on again. Definitely, Auntie, thank you for coming on the show. Dimi, what are you grateful for and what would you like to promote?
I'm grateful for the whole synthwave, retrowave scene because it has amazing people like you guys who are very talented and very kind, and they give you the time of day and they interact and they want to work with and they want to have fun, and it's the best place I have ever been in music. And that's why I'm here since a few years ago. And I love you all. You are amazing. Keep doing your thing. And I would like to promote my upcoming album that is going to be released on September 28th. It's called The Neon Shredder, and it's guitars, shred guitars, and synthwave.
Amazing, Aunt Dimi. Thank you for coming on the show. Ryan, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I'm grateful for being born in the 80s. I kind of saw both sides of the world now and the world then, even though I was probably like very small and can't remember much of it, but subconsciously it's there. And promotes, I have another single coming out. I don't know the date yet, but it's going to feature the singer from, do you remember the band Metro Station? Remember that song, Shake It? Shake.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, definitely. Great track.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming up. But on top of that, I've also got my single, Chrissy, which is released about 3 weeks ago. But I think most people have heard it already.
Well, Ryan, thank you for being on the show.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Nick, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I'm grateful for you guys having me on the show. It's been fun. I'm not grateful for my internet connection. I'm really blurry on the stream right now. And I'm also grateful for my girlfriend Lexi. Shouts out for enabling my synth addiction. She's always like, I'm always like, oh, should I buy this? And she's like, yes, you should.
Wow.
And it's like, well, this happened. So that's cool. And I want to promote my YouTube channel. Go check it out. youtube.com/BarX music. That's where I'm putting, most of my effort these days, trying to make videos, covers, original music. Everything's going up there. Check that out. I do have a new video coming out this Friday, so stay tuned for that. Yeah.
Nick, thank you for being on the show. Bernard, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Yeah, I'm also grateful to be on the show, actually, because, to meet all you guys, it's great. It's very interesting to see like what kind of stuff you guys are doing, like what your talents are, like guitar playing and everything, and awesome production skills. And I'm really grateful for being able to do music, in all kinds of still like doing it as a full-time thing. That's what I'm really grateful for. And yeah, I mean, I just put out an album, I think last Friday. On 28th. So yeah, go check it out. It's on Spotify and all platforms. And I'm trying to do videos for all the songs and upload them eventually, doing like some 3D arts in Blender and doing some visualization and having some of my reels and my shorts that I already did in there. So yeah, you can check out Flashback. It's a very like a different genre album, and it's everywhere. So yeah.
Bernard, thank you for being on the show. Thank you all for being here. People in the chat can now join us backstage. I'll put the link in the chat and play a few more tracks so people can join us. Now I need to play some tracks. While I do that, I've already played quite a few. What else do I got? I got The Waves by The Magic Portal. Let's see what that is.